Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 32 of Techopolis 3, where today we make the dimensional ore extractor. How's it done? What goes inside? And what's it used for? Well, you're going to have to see this episode to see all those answers. So let's jump into it. Okay, guys, getting right into this episode today. We need to make a combiner as one of our first items. Of course. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The issue we were having last episode with this, it has to do with this inventory connector. It was looking at those conveyor belts as inventories, so yeah, we had I moved it down one, and I just added an inventory connector cable right there. So that is how we fix that. All right, so I just wanted to mention that. Okay, so combiner. We have that. We're going to need it for a lot of our ores that we're going to be making today. One of the first things we're going to need is some of these blank stones. So let's go blank stones. Which is just this recipe right here. We're going to need, I'm going to say 630, 617 will work, I guess. Let's make what, 13 more? Two more. There we go. Actually, I should have made one more than that to make a full stack, but we come over here to the basic dimensional infuser. We can toss these up in here. That's going to make the infused stone, or the blank stone, which we will take these blank stone. Oh, by the way, we have 4 buckets worth of liquid sulfuric acid. So that's good so far. This is just temporary. Let's put it up against there right now. So what we need to do is make any of these ores, and I have decided we're going to make 24. Wow, we're going to need 24 of these guys. All right, so it takes 12 gold dust plus a blank stone ore to make one of these. So that is going to be a bit. And we're going to need a lot of these. So we're going to need, what, 24 of these? So we're going to toss these in here with the gold dust. And once this gets done, you'll see that this gold dust will go down in number to that. So we have our first piece of gold ore. We need 24 of these, which is a lot of these. I did not realize how many of these we're going to need. How much do we need for the dimensional diamond? 8. 8. And that is 12 dust. Dust is 1 to 1, so 8 times 12 96 diamonds. That's a lot more than I want to do right now. That's going to be 14 of these golds, which we're going to have to make more gold here anyway. So let's grab this stack of diamonds. That is still making those. Like I said, we need a lot more than we have right now. A lot more than we have right now of that as well. Probably have gotten a nickel dimensional one done up before we got gold even done up, but you know, I want gold to be our first one. So let's see here. I am not sure. Okay, we can make 2 more of these, and then I'm going to drop in some nickel dust here to turn it into gold. Because remember, we're turning nickel into gold with this dimensional infuser. And it would help if I didn't hit the wrong buttons. There we go. And yeah, we've got nowhere near enough. We took the entire stack of gold and only got 5. So we're going to need a lot more stacks of gold. Not so much of the diamonds anymore. Let that keep processing the nickel there. Yeah, remember it takes like 6 nickel to produce 1 gold, so that is a lot of nickel we're going to be going through. And it takes what, 12 gold? Yeah, 12 gold to make one of these. Now, there is another way we could go about this. That would require us going hunting for ores. You remember early on in the game, we had some ores that we went through. I'm looking there real quick. I see some ores. Let's see here. Let's drop this in here. Take this over to here. And yeah, we'll just put that right up in there for right now. And let's look at another item we're going to be needing here soon, and that is this atomic disassembler here. We should be able to pretty much make one of these. We look here. Basic logistical transporter. Do we not have any chargers. We should have the charger on this system somewhere. Where is that battery charger? There we go. The charging station. You can put this into the charging station. And I'm going to show you guys something I like about this thing. Let's go down here. Ow. Would help if, okay, so you see how quickly those break off. Got 4 of these. How many of these coal ores does it take to make a dimensional ore? 32. Okay, so let's go through here. Let's just grab some of these. I know it is dark on screen, guys, so what I am going to do is look here. 10. Yeah, we're going to need 10 ore. I'm going hunting here for ores on the outside. 10. Definitely going to need copper. So let's see here. Let's just toss this one down. Hit the dark mode. Right, just grabbing some of this copper here. How much of the copper do we need to make one of those? 32 as well. Okay. See some more gold here. Or not gold. Copper. Try to get this at a somewhat where it will fall right into our inventory. Is that more tin right there? Aluminum. That's tin right there, but it's a different type of tin than the mechanism type. Sorry, I had the hiccup right there. Let's see here. Can this tin right here be used? Yes, 32 of these. And this hammer makes this so much easier. And we're already at 2410. So that's pretty nice. And more coal. Might be able to do the coal. We're at 25. So let's go around here. What I'm going to do for a little bit, it looks like, is I'm gonna just go mining. Fun to say that on this pack. Oh, we have 32 coal. Ooh, I can English. We have 32 coal. Let's just get back here to the base. Here's the base. There's the base. stuff down here, like tin from mechanism. More coal. All the ores tin. See here. Can we actually get? Oh, we have the 32 of that. And this should be the base. Let's put away some stuff and grab that dirt. Right. Grab this dirt. We don't have to make all of the stuff when we go with this particular world. Jen, if you actually do Overworld as well, you have access to that type of progression. So we can just do that, that. So now we've got dimensional coal ore and dimensional tin ore, which is really good. I'm just trying to remember what other ores we have in our system. Because I kept them, didn't I? I think I was smart enough and kept as much as we could. Fluorite, zinc, ruby, sapphire, more tin ore. Look at that. More tin ore, more coal ore. Apparently I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna need a lot of that. Fluorite. All right, so let me see here real quick. Where do we go from here? We want now a dimensional ore extractor, which does take 2-dimensional ores of its own. So that is one of the reasons why I'm going to spend a little bit of time off camera. You know what? Let's make a couple more of these flight blocks. I'm going to make a couple more of these flight blocks. I am going to fly around, look at these. Like right there, I see coal and or copper, and it is just right outside of my flight region. Where is it? Here it is. Paraduct. I am going to go mining off camera real quick to get enough ores so we can just have a lot of ores on us. And I will be right back. Okay, guys, we're back, and I did find some stuff here. Toss those up in there, the copper. That will give us 3 of these dimensional coppers, which is enough, you know. It's not, I haven't gone and got all of the dimensional ores of all the others that I want right now. I'm going to have to do that off camera. Probably between well, it's going to be a couple of episodes. It's going to be probably a couple episodes. I just wanted to get enough dimensional ores here, the copper, to be able to do this. So let's grab some apples. I need to eat. There we go. So if we make, like, I want to say 2 of these hammers, we can make the dimensional ore extractor. I think we have everything for that. So let's see here. It's wanting to use our coal. We don't want it to use the coal. We want it to use the copper. So we're missing a few things. We need a dimensional dust. So if we get us one of our teleportation cores out of here, go over here to where the crusher's at. Crusher, right? Yeah. Oh, we have nickel dust in here. We just put this into the crusher. I really need to speed up my personal crusher. I just realized it's still one of the slower ones. And what do we need? Dimensional machine casing. Okay, so we can make one of those. So we should be able to do that, and there. Now we have the dimensional ore extractor here. Oh, wait. I didn't want to do that with our diamonds. Too late. Too late. If you didn't know, they all went into... Where did our diamonds go? Hmm. We have somewhere that diamonds go off to. Can't remember all the locations that the diamonds go to. Anyway, we've got the dimensional ore extractor. So we're definitely going to be needing a lot of these. So let's grab those out here. We'll say dimensional ore extractor. Dimensional ore extractor placer. So we want one of these. And the reason why is this is a very complex building. Let's press G, pull this up. If you notice here, it requires a lot of these reinforced machine casings, which we should still have some from last episode. Yeah, I don't know if we have enough of those. We're also going to need quartz glass. So we haven't made that yet. See here, it requires Certus quartz dust with regular glass, makes 4. Certus quartz dust is made with a crusher or inscriber with Certus quartz. So we have plenty of Certus quartz in here. Let's take 2 stacks of that. Go over to our personal crusher here. Can we actually get this through? Okay, I was just trying to see if there was a method for making this stuff. Does not look like it. There is. So I just need some speed upgrades. Let's put away these ores here real quick. Hold on to these three. They'll be our first three. I'm just going to show you guys the fun of making these. What was I looking at doing? Oh, speed and energy upgrades. See here, can we actually make any of these? No. Do we have 8 gold? No, we do not have any gold. Which is fine. We're going to need a lot of gold. All right. So we'll just let that run for a bit. Quartz glass. That's it. Go. So let's see here. We made 36. So we'll come over here, say right here seems to be a good spot for our personal use of one of these. We're going to be building probably close to, well, however many ores there are. All right, so there we go. We built this. And one of the things it's going to need is power. So we're going to take our power line like so. It's going to get power, but it's not making anything because, well, we need to break this glass right here, set that right there in the center, and put this quartz glass right here. And we'll see that after a little bit here, it is going to make our first dimensional ore. Now, with these dimensional ores here, we can wash them and that type of stuff. And you see, now we have 2 of the coppers. We can put coal in there, get coal, whatever dimensional ore we want to do. We've got the ability to make dimensional ores. And now that we've got that ability, we can pretty much duplicate any of the dimensional ores that we currently have. So we can easily make more of those dimensional ore extractors. So those are going to be simple. Those are going to be a further project later on down the line here, guys. I think that is where we're going to wrap it up, guys. If you like this episode, hit that like button. If you dislike this episode, go right ahead, hit that dislike. Leave a comment down below. Tell me why you disliked it. And until next time. Later, Gators.